Everyone has used Google Maps. Now imagine using a tool like Google Maps to tell us more about the outreach ministries in our communities. At Episcopal Community Services of Louisiana, we are building such a tool, and it is called Asset Mapping. Hi, I'm Karen Mackey, the Communication Director for Episcopal Community Services of Louisiana in the Diocese of Louisiana. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to talk to you more about this amazing project we are working on. Asset mapping is about empowering and giving voice to those in your communities. It is about identifying the gifts of the people and showing how your buildings and your land, your organizations, and how your ministries are utilized to improve the quality of life of your neighbors. For our asset map, we will focus on those ministries finding solutions to poverty, hunger, social justice, and disaster response in Louisiana. We are called by Christ to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, care for the sick, visit the prisoners, and show kindness to strangers. And throughout the diocese, we can find many examples of this command being taken to heart. Episcopal Church of the Holy Spirit in Baton Rouge is using their land to grow fresh fruit and vegetables to feed the hungry. The churches in Morgan City, Franklin, and Bayou du Large have new case management programs. The Chapel of the Holy Spirit in New Orleans is empowering energetic college students to effect change in the neighborhoods surrounding Tulane University. And there are many churches throughout our diocese using their assets to educate and engage children in the poorest neighborhoods. How can the asset map be useful for you? You can use this map as a tool for ministry formation. You can use this map as a tool to determine the direction and growth of existing ministries. If a disaster should strike, you can use the map to share successful strategies to help communities through times of stress. What is the asset mapping project going to look like? First, the use of a web-based map. Take a look at this mock-up to give you a better idea. You will be able to locate where the feeding ministries are, the medical ministries, the children's ministries. We will link to census data so you can see where the needs are in your community. And during times of disaster, we can see the status of our churches. It can be used as a resource for volunteerism and a way to organize the need for donations. If you need 20 volunteers to help feed people, or you need cleaning supplies to hand out on that busy corner in your community, we can reflect this need on the map. The next thing we will do is give you the opportunity to tell the stories of your ministries. We will do this through video, photography, and narratives. This project is all about sharing our strengths, sharing our successes, and helping each other along the way. We will write a series of how-to guides to give practical advice as a tool for ministry formation. Sharing our knowledge is critical in helping our brothers and sisters across South Louisiana to find their voice and their strengths. If you are inspired by the work being conducted around the diocese and feel the call to start a similar ministry, you will have a valuable resource to turn to in the early stages of planning. The process of asset mapping actually began a year or so ago when members of the Episcopal Community Services staff visited every church to talk about the outreach you were doing. Now we are just building on that initial meeting and delving in deeper and extracting the essence of what it really means to run a feeding ministry in Uptown New Orleans, to minister to the fishermen in the Bayou Country, to visit the prisoners in Angola, to educate children in the inner cities, and to see how our ministries are transforming lives. This map will be an ongoing process. We will need to keep working together so we can keep this map up to date. Our ministries will be forever changing and growing, and we will need to reflect those changes on the map. It won't end as soon as we place the map on the internet. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Asset Mapping Project. If you have any questions, my phone number and email address are found on the screen. I look forward to working with you and being able to tell the stories of the great work you are doing in your communities.